What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I needed to get into this. I needed to talk to you guys about AMC because it was a crazy day yesterday. It was absolutely ridiculous. And we need to talk about this bear trap. We need to talk about earnings. We need to talk about a lot of things and give us a sense on where it's going to be and also if it's going to recover from where it was. So before we get started on this, make sure you hit the like button, also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. Also, make sure you check out the first link in the description, which is my Discord group. If you're looking to get into any type of stock investing, trading group, it's $5 to join and it is a great group of people. So I wanted to talk about AMC here. First, we need to talk about, the elephant in the room, and it's the bear trap. Well, there's probably a lot of elephants in the room, but the first elephant, and it's the bear trap. You've seen exactly what did happen yesterday, the whole entire week. If we look at the whole week first, before we get into that, but we look at the whole week, we see this increase from $7 all the way up to $12.47. We had a consistent growth, no problems, no real dips, no real issues, right? It could have been the point to where they are covering some of their short share positions, not all of them, but they are covering some of them, and they're seeing the stock price go up. Everybody's excited. Everybody's happy. A bunch of people are like, all right, this is going to hit $15, $20, $200, $900 from what I've heard, which is a little ridiculous, but they're saying that it's going to hit that height. But I'm saying that it was going to hit $15 that day, which it did push $12.47. I ended up coming back, which looked like normal sell volume, right? Where it did come back a little bit because it was being overbought at that time. You see it was overbought and ended up coming back a little bit and came back a little bit more, which definitely was a little difficult to handle. Then it started to increase again, get all the way back up to $12 and I believe 18 cents. And then something happened out of the blue. Everything collapsed. I mean, I seen one candlestick and it just started dropping. And people called this out in the Discord group. They were like, what is going on here? Why is it dropping? Why is AMC dropping? Why is GME dropping? Why is this dropping, that dropping? Why is the overall market tanking here? And you look at this and it wasn't even the overall market. You could see literally some positions that were dropping a significant amount. I mean, crazy. AMC still didn't drop below like that 10% mark it had for the previous close compared to now. Obviously, where it opened at $11. It would have been a pretty substantial amount, but it wasn't where we closed previously, which was $10.50. So you've seen this, and it was a large drop, and I was wondering what in the world was going on. Like, I was trying to find some information as to why, but Trades called this out best. Like, he called it out and said that it was going to be a bear trap. I thought that we were going to see some sort of manipulation happening because we haven't seen that in quite some time. I didn't think that it was going to be a full bear trap this way. Like, they completely tanked this stock by overshorting it, short laddering, doing whatever they could in order to bring this down. And who knows if they're going to do this tomorrow. And I'll get into why I think they may end up doing something like this tomorrow as well. Now, what this did was they basically scared a lot of people out of their positions. And a lot of people ended up selling and trying to get in at a lower point, which is the most difficult thing you could possibly do, is sell and get in at a lower point. Let's go back to what we were looking at here. So it started dropping down and people were like, all right, well, you know what? I need to sell off. So this right here was probably a combination of retail traders that were selling off, them not covering their shorts, them taking out short positions, short laddering, manipulation, all of those things were actually included in this large candlestick that you've seen in literally 1 minute, from $11 all the way down to $10.18 or $10.20. Then you've seen a little bit of a recovery to where people thought it was going to come back, but I wasn't so sure of this. Ended up dropping down some more, down to $9.51, which seems like it's a low amount compared to what it was previously, up at that $12 mark. It's a really low amount. But since where it opened since where it previously closed was $10 and 50 cents, it wasn't something that would actually go on the SSR list because it didn't get below that 10% mark. And obviously they know this. If this was real sell-off potential, you would have seen it go down way farther than this. But you've seen it recover right away, which means that there was a ton of manipulation here. And that's what truly happened. It was a complete bear trap, and the people that sold off, I'm not saying you made a mistake, but they basically got you here. And that was their plan. They were looking at all this positivity and they were like, look, if we don't stop this here at, 12, 18, it's never going to stop. It's going to go up to 13, 14, 15, 50, 100. It's going to keep pushing up because we can't do anything about it. So what they're going to do is they're going to find a way to manipulate the stock, make it look like they sold a lot of their positions or they covered a lot of their shorts when in reality they didn't. And as I look at that, I'm just like, this is ridiculous. And even seeing to the point to where it continued to sell off as the day went on, ended up closing at $9.85 to where once we've seen the after hours market, we've seen what truly could happen with the buy volume. Obviously they can't get a lot of their sell volume at that high rate to go through. So you can see we went up to $11 again. We went right back up to where we were in literally a matter of minutes. And I seen this real time while I was in my stream, and I was just like, this is clear manipulation. What they're doing right now is they want to manipulate the position. And I think that they're basically succeeding, but I think the overall thought of it, and with the amount of people holding, it's going to skyrocket, right? So we're going to have a lot of positivity here. But if people are thinking, is it going to recover? I mean, we pretty much did recover back to where we wanted to be. I would have liked to seen us close at $12 or close at $13. That's where it looked like it was heading. And then in the after hours market, jump to maybe 15 or jump to 14 and then, have a little bit of a taper off in the open and then go up to 15 on Friday. So like, that's what I'm looking for. What's today? Wednesday? Geez, it seems like it's a Thursday. But yeah, I can tell you when you're watching this, it's probably a Thursday. But I can tell you that it definitely looked like a lot of manipulation here. I was like, what in the world is going on? Everybody in the Discord group was like, what is happening? Is this manipulation? Is this real? I was checking multiple sources to see if this was real, if this was just like a glitch with Webull, because I did see a couple of glitches that happened. But even those glitches happened in Fidelity and happened in other areas. Some people were bringing up the fact that AMC was at $18. They had it on their list as $18, which made no sense to me at all. But yeah, that's where the stock went and definitely can recover. I'll tell you that. Let's get into some earnings information. I believe it's right here. Where is it? No, is it? So let's get into some earnings information here. So we look at earnings. Basically, they missed revenue. Everybody knew that. They made $162 million in revenue versus $1.4 billion in 2019, which is 88% down. The earnings per share was basically 3 cents off. So a lot of people are like, oh, is it because of the earnings? The earnings were so far down. Is that the reason why we're seeing this large decrease in the stock price? No, that's not the reason why. It was clearly manipulation. It wasn't because of the earnings report. It was manipulation. It was way more than people just selling off. It seemed like it was just tanking, like they were getting rid of shares. But as we look at this, let's look at some of the short information. You can see the short volume ratio is 17%. We have 1.6 million short shares available, which is a little bit higher than, a lot higher than where it usually is. I would imagine this was lower. I didn't check this throughout the day. But I would think that they're going to be using the short shares available probably tomorrow, and I'll explain why I think that. But we have a short borrow fee rate of 6.9%, which is a lot lower than where it was. I believe it was at like 14% at one point, down to 11%, and now it's at like 6% or 7% here. So that's not good. But it still looks good with the fact that they're still holding the shorts, and you look at the short shares available, I think they may continue to use these in order to short the position, bring the stock back down, especially since it's not on the SSR list. They can bring it back down whenever they want. They're also going to short ladder attack as they've been doing in the past. And it's just not going to be a good situation for us. But what we need to do is hold on to those positions and average down as much as possible. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm merely just a person on YouTube with an opinion, and hopefully you can take that opinion and do whatever you want with it. But I'm not saying that you literally take exactly what I'm saying. But you look at this overall situation and the idea is to hold. It makes sense for us to hold these positions and continue to drive these hedge funds out of their position. So let me know what you think about AMC, because I don't want to sit here and talk your ear off about everything that could be, about all of the negatives that I did see yesterday, even though it started with a bunch of positives, and I was literally the happiest person in the world as it was continuing to go up. Up $5,000. I'm perfectly fine. I'm ready to go, ready for it to get up to $13, $14, $15, make some more money as it goes up. But it obviously dropped a ton, and people know what I did with my shares. I still have my shares. I ended up averaging up, offing some of the shares. So now I have 1,550 shares instead of 1,790 shares. But I did average up in order to make a little bit of money to have capital for a situation like this. I knew that something like this was going to happen, so I needed the capital in order to average down. Now, it didn't get below my cost basis, so I am still sitting at $9.46 instead of $9.38. So I averaged up a little bit. It wasn't a crazy amount, but I did average up. But yeah, let me know what you think about AMC, because it's definitely an interesting play right here. I want to know exactly what everybody else thinks, and I'll make sure I include people in the Discord. I want to thank Brad from the Discord. He helped me out with the earnings report. Found that for me easily without any type of hiccup. It was literally within like a couple minutes of people asking for it. So shout out to him. But that's my video, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, if you want to join the Discord, if you know about investing, you know about trading, or you want to learn about this stuff, make sure you click the Patreon link in the description. It's $5 to sign up, and I'll add on some more things with this Patreon account. I want to add on more levels to where I have a thing called Carl's Calls. So I'm going to have Carl pick some stocks that we invest maybe longer term and see how much we can gain from it. And it's going to be basically the portion to where the Discord group chooses a bunch of stocks, and then Carl ends up choosing the stock that we invest into for maybe that week. So it'll be really cool. But that's my video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you get your free stocks with Webull down below. All you have to do is sign up, click the link. Click the link, then sign up. Deposit $100 and you'll get free stocks. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.